Hey guys, welcome back yet to another one of my videos, and this is as a follow-up to what I said the last time when I was speaking about the builders program. And if you missed that video, don't worry, towards the end of this video I'm going to put that video probably at this place towards the end of this video, so just stay tuned with me. Now, if you remember very well, there was a place where I was talking about meeting substrate teams, right? But I did not click on it. Right here I sort of like separated this video so you wouldn't find the last video pretty long, but here we are. We're just going to watch this together, and I'm going to navigate you through here the Substrate projects. Now there are more than 150 projects that are actually building on Substrate. Now some, according to the read here, some of the most exciting projects in decentralized tech are building on Substrate, creating Polkadot's parachains, independent layer 1 blockchains, and infrastructure. Now, without the need to sort of like check on every one of them, right? I could just glance you through a few of them because there are like so many. There's A star, there's Chain X, there's that dot, there's Data, there's Equilibrium. There's so plenty of them here. This is just me sort of like trying to glance through. There's Moonbeam, there's Polkadot, obviously, there's Kusama, there's Subspace, so many of them. There's Unique Network, but we're not here today to sort of like just check on each and every one of them. We're just here rather today to sort of like just meet the Substrate teams, the people who actually sort of like use Substrate to build, and what they have to say about Substrate. So I'm basically going to just be watching this one with you, and let's just sit back. It's just about 3 minutes, so let's just see what they have to say together, and I'm starting that right now, so let's watch that together.
I don't think there's anything else that comes close to what Parity are doing and how far forward they thought of the problems that a blockchain builder is going to face. So it's really, if you start with Parity's Substrate, you're just going to move forward very quickly.
Well, Substrate kind of lets us do most of the things we'd want right out of the box, so it was a natural decision to choose Substrate. It was small and contained, so developing on it was fairly straightforward. It took much less time to learn the innards of Substrate and how to mess with the runtime than it would for, say, Ethereum. So it was a natural decision, to support something that was easy for us to adopt.
So when we started this project, it was last year, October. We started with the development, and we were first thinking about building the whole thing on Ethereum, smart contracts and etc. But we kind of realized that we wouldn't be able to control the gas costs, and we wouldn't have so much independence of deciding and implementing various aspects of the whole system as much as we would like to.
I think what's interesting to understand is that when you make a blockchain, when you write a blockchain, there are lots of things you keep on redoing. We saw that in the past, most of the projects are copy-pasting or forking existing blockchains, making small little changes in there and hoping for the best. It's a way to do that, probably not the cleanest way to do. So the option here from Parity Tech was to say, we're going to take all the building blocks of a blockchain. We're not going to put that in Polkadot. We're going to put that in a library that we can call Substrate, which we're going to be using actually in the project called Polkadot. So it's very interesting because it allows people to really get started with blockchain projects in no time. You don't need to take care of that. I really challenge anyone to make today a blockchain project from scratch, actually within a day, for example. That's very challenging, especially if you want to take security into account. And I think that's what you get up to a certain extent with Substrate, and thanks to Rust as well. So I think that makes it a very good choice to get started.
As a team, it's been interesting because it allows us to, experiment with a lot of different ideas and decide in a non-traditional manner how we would want to build this chain, which traditionally in this ecosystem seems like a big task for most teams. So we get to, depend on a lot of the work that Parity has done so far and focus on some of the things that we were more interested in.
Before the Substrate, we have to adjust our idea to the blockchain.
because of some limitation, like scalability, like privacy, and so on. With Substrate, we can decide, we can customize the own chain, and we can decide whether we need a token or not, whether we need a contract or not, and also consensus algorithm. It depends on your use case. So this is why I do like a Substrate, and I do recommend you to build something meaningful with Substrate.
Okay, there you have it, guys. I think it's pretty understandable everything that they've said. You sort of like they sort of like package Substrate for what it is, because Substrate is like he said, it's sort of like the collection of stacked up building blocks positioned as a library in Substrate. Okay, so instead of starting right from the scratch, I've been saying this, I've said this a couple of months ago, and right here I'm back also here to say it again. It's sort of easier to build with Substrate because you don't need to start from scratch. Like he said, within a day. One of the speakers here said within a day. It's so difficult and challenging. Now with Substrate, you just sort of like have an edge over the basic ground level thinking, but you could focus on more things rather than the things that you would think of normally to start your own very blockchain. It's sort of like very easy. So I thank most of the speakers here for sharing their insights with about Substrate with us here. But anyway, we've come to the end of this video. Like I said, if you didn't watch the video about the builders program, you could definitely jump in there. I just brought out this one for you to just sort of like meet the teams who make use of Substrate, right? But anyway, if you want to watch the builders program video, you could watch that right over here, and you could subscribe to my channel right over here. But anyway, that's it about this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.